but now it's down. It's in bits. And when them bits was sold, that's when we were due our big whack.
It's when you're due a commission, Oz.
Yes?
But it doesn't alter the facts. Whether the bridge is an assembled structure or on its way to the scrapyard, it still belongs to Havisham. Now, I can double check with Granger's lawyers.
No, don't flag it up to them.
You haven't banked the cheque?
Not yet, no. We were going to make our own deal. Would the bank give us a bridging loan? No pun intended.
On what security?
Well, the promise of a hefty sale.
Then, man, without deed of title, we've got nothing to sell.
We will have if we can get it off Granger.
You got a buyer?
Yes. Hey, Malcolm, we could cut you in if you like. If you could loan us the money we need, short term, we could pay you back double. Chance of a lifetime.
Who is it?
He's an Indian called Joe Summit. Not your curry type, I'm talking about your tomahawk variety. And his tribe need a bridge so they can get more punters into their casino. So.
Right. As tempting as that sounds, I'm going to have to pass on it.
How much do we have in the bank?
Well, once we've paid the final bonus and settled with local creditors, be under 10 grand.
What do we need?
Oh, enough to tempt Granger, obviously.
Look, I know the way that bastard's mind works, and if he's offering us 50k, you can bet your bollocks that he's looking to make 100. So what I suggest we do is this: we whack an offer in a 75 grand and say, there, take it or leave it.
So we're 65 short then?
Yes.
Look, I know we agreed equal dues from square one. We're sorry to ask you, Barry, but...
Please don't go there, Nev. Look, I really don't know where I stand financially, but with all these shenanigans going on in the family, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's all right.
I'll fetch this spade.
Get your coat on, Moxie.
What for?
Oh, shit.
Well, it's rained since I last dug it up. Everything's all soggy and sodden.
£27,865.
Well, something to work with, huh?
That's me life savings.
You only stole it 2 months ago.
Do you think we should hold Joe off for a bit?
Yeah. Nev, why don't you take him out tomorrow? Show him the sights.
The sights of Middlesbrough.
No, man, the Yorkshire Dales. Hadrian's Wall, historical shite. It's a good idea, that.
Yeah. This cash smells of Purcell.
Just been loaned, doesn't it?
Well, don't get... Yeah, all right, calm down. Thing is, I'm about to get on a train to London. Why didn't you call me later? That was Oz. They're returning my cheque.
Really?
Yeah, they want to buy the bridge, do their own deal.
I wonder, would you very much mind?
No, of course not. There you go.
If you're ever in Pontefract.
Very much doubt it.
Sometimes I think you have a switch and go onto auto charm.
Well, she bought the book, the least I could do. How well do you know Oz?
Oz?
So,
Hardly at all, why?
I can handle this thing in London. Go back, talk to him, find out what they're up to.
How?
Well, have a drink with him. You're a very attractive girl, Sarah. Big northern yob like Oz would be easy prey for your black stockings and Sloaney vowels.
I have tickets for the theatre.
Well, I can use those. I'm free tonight.
My grandfather's day, these dales would have been full of herds of grazing buffalo as far as the eye could see.
Neville, he's just joking.
There's not much of anything on these dales since foot and mouth.
Nothing much where I live.
I suppose the white man kept most of the best land for himself, eh?
He didn't leave us with prime real estate, that's for sure.
Like they thought you were going to thieve their cattle.
We could use some. All we've got is coyotes, rattlesnakes, and jackrabbits.
I can't imagine what it must be like on a reservation.
No work, bored kids, and a lot of old men sitting around with nothing to do.
Sounds a lot like where we come from.
There you are then, folks.
Thank you.
You know, we get a lot of tourists up here in the summer. We had some Koreans last week. But you're the first of, well, of your kind. Do you mind if I ask what tribe you're from? Chockannaw. Chockannaw. Well, do you mind if the wife took your picture with me? I'd like to put it on our bar next to Ian Botham. Sure. You know, Dances with Wolves is one of our favourite videos.
No, I don't feel good about this.
About what?
Us keeping Joe out the way while the lads come up with some scheme to diddle him.
That's not what they're doing. They're protecting all our interests.
It doesn't feel right.
Hello.
Jeffrey, it's me. Thought I'd catch you before you left for the theatre.
Did you see him?
Yes, I managed to track ours down eventually.
And what's the story? What are they up to?
They're not bright enough to be devious, Jeffrey. They just want you to assign them ownership of the bridge. I mean, it's only a heap of girders, for God's sake.
Well, they must have some deal cooking.
They have. Scrap merchant in Scunthorpe, or one of those places you refuse to go to. It's more about ego than money. They want to control their own destiny and not get shat upon by all those suits on your Havisham board.
Even suits like to turn a profit.
Anyway, I don't know the numbers, but they're going to make you an offer.
Ah.
Oz did say, if you were a bungable person...
Vulnerable?
No, bungable. From the verb to bung, to offer an illegal or illicit payment.
Yes, I'm with you. I'm pissed off you.
Seems I'd even consider it.
Cash, was it?
Of course, cash.
Where did you see him exactly?
I just had a drink with him, as you suggested.
That's all?
Of course, I'm not a slut.
Sorry.
No, that really upset me, Jeffrey.
Sorry.
Hey, right little mother you are, eh?
Yes. I've been a jolly good girl. And I deserve treats.
Oh, that posh accent gets me every time. Hello, Den. We've just been nailing Granger's ass.
Not from where I'm standing.
So Granger rings up in the middle of the night from London, right? Fishing. So I say to him, Jeffrey, we're just simple working men trying to salvage a bit of pride here, blah, blah. But if you can push this Havisham deal through, there's 25k for you in your back sky.
And he went for it.
Why, aye.
Interesting he should contemplate a bribe, isn't it? In the light of his recent book that chronicles his moral and spiritual rejuvenation.
He's bent, man, he always was.
Say that again. But the moment we get the ownership papers, we're going to have to pay out a cheque to Havishams for 75 grand.
Yes, Nev, I know that, but when we show them papers to Joe, he'll pay us an advance, won't he? What'll cover the cheque, what we've already written. Yes?
That's a bit dicey, isn't it?
No, it's fine, man. It'll be fine. As long as we keep our heads and hold our nerve, it'll be fine.
But, hold on. This Joe's a good bloke. He's not some faceless multinational corporation. He's here to do right by his people, so they can buy a new schoolhouse or whatever.
Well, he can still do that, Nev. What are you getting at?
Well, he could do his own deal. I mean, he could write out a cheque for Havishams today and get away off home.
Noel's got a point. Since the word milling was mentioned, it's turned into a feeding frenzy.
Well, hang on, Bummer. I'm not trying to stitch him up here. He's going to get his bridge, but we've got to come out of this with something, haven't we? I mean, that's only fair.
Too right.
Well, I'm not so sure it is fair if we don't tell him the facts.
Well, hold on, excuse me, but the facts are these. I conjured that Red Indian up with a cyberspace, and I've got Granger primed and ready to jump, yes?
I think we should all calm down, all right? I've always found, in business, there's a very fine line between altruism and self-interest. So